Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stephanie McHugh.
Thank you so much. Ladies, how are you doing today? Like he said, I'm a mom. You probably can't tell because I'm dressed up right now. I'm wearing pants with a zipper, so it's a big deal. Left the yoga pants at home. I'm a soccer mom. Do we have any soccer moms out there? 0. You guys are fucking liars. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm a soccer mom, and you know what they say, April showers bring 257 makeup games in May, and I'm over it. I am so over it. We had 2 last Mother's Day, and we're done now. She is 25, so we are finally done with the fucking soccer games. And it's a lot of work. Like, you got to bring the juice boxes and the orange slices, and a couple years ago they want a charcuterie board now. It's just, calm down, kids. But actually, my girls, I have 2 girls. The oldest one got married, and her dad and I walked her down the aisle on our 28th wedding anniversary. Thank you. We've been divorced 15 years. Touché, baby girl, but you love your kids, you do it. So my ex, I call him Sugar Nuts. Sugar Nuts and I have another daughter, our younger daughter, Judy. She's 23 last year, had a first real relationship with a guy who was 39, right? Yes, I know. And then after a couple months, he broke it off, moved to Vegas, and broke her heart. And look, I get it, right? In your 20s, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna get hurt, but Sugar Nuts got pissed off. He was mad, which is how you want the dad to be. He's protective. He was like, I'm gonna send him a bag of dicks. I know. I didn't know you could do that. But you can. You can ship a dick to someone. Not a gummy dick, a real live dick, a real live bag of dicks. And I'm sure to a 39-year-old heterosexual male that's a diss. But as a divorced woman in her 50s, you guys, a bag of dicks is a thoughtful gift. Did you get me a bag of dicks? Oh my God, thank you. And there's no man attached. Did you put vanilla potpourri in there too? I love it. It's great. Judy, the baby, she's having a tough time this year. But the good news is she has a new boyfriend, George. Judy and George. I don't know what they have in common other than their parents named them like they're 73 years old and on a bowling team, which they are on a bowling team, but their names are really old. And he came and met the family for the first time at Christmas, which is, there's like 30 of us, so I could see how that'd be nerve-wracking. But he was kissing her the whole time they were making out. And first of all, I can't stand that noise. Like, right? Stop it. And the other thing, I thought about, I'm like, why does it bug me? Because it's my daughter. She's happy, right? I shouldn't be. But your daughter and kissing don't go together. It's like pineapple pizza. Doesn't work. I know some of you are out there going, hey, I like pineapple pizza. You're a freak, okay? It doesn't work. So, Judy and George is not their real names. They really do have old people names, but they're getting along really well, and I think he's going to be picking out my nursing home. So I just thought I'd switch it up so he didn't get in trouble or get recognized. I don't know how I would. But Judy's I'm glad she hasn't, because this past year has been a mess. She heard a murder. opened her window, saw someone running away, has to testify in a gang-related trial. And I was talking to my other daughter about it, and she goes, I'm so nervous for Judy. And I go, I know, sweetie. She goes, I don't know if she's going to be available to do my hair for that wedding I'm going to be in. That's not why we're nervous for Judy testifying in a gang-related trial. And then Judy's car broke down, her Jeep, so she had Sugar Nuts fix it. And he let her borrow his car. I won't say what name to protect the car, but she borrowed it. And it's 11:30 at night, and she calls me. And she's like, oh my God, Dad's car is on fire. Oh, hey, he's calling me back. That's it. That's all I got. Oh my God, Dad's car is on fire. Hey, he's calling me back. Turns out, that kind of car, between 2006 and 2013, will burst into flames. That's how it goes. I went to her house. I didn't wait for her to call me back, so I went there, and the fire department was there, which is a fun night, if I do say so myself, despite the circumstances. But boy, that was fun seeing them, and they were not surprised at all. So, gosh, you're just always your kid's mom, even when they're older. And if there's one thing we learn is, don't hang out with Judy, right? Got a little bad streak going on. Juju's got some bad juju. I would just not be around her if I were you. George and I have no choice, but you guys, if you need a Judy and George, hang out with George. And it's so weird having two girls, because I grew up with three brothers. Anybody have a lot of brothers? Yes? It sucks. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. It sucks. I have three younger brothers, which is a lot like being an only child. There was no talking. It just smells more. It smells a lot. And in the 70s, phone contraceptive was a thing, but it didn't work really well. So a lot of families had happy little accidents, and we called ours Steve. Steve is 13 years younger than me. Are you a phone contraceptive baby? You guys, no. I took my brother to his first day of kindergarten because my mom took the next day off for work to drive me to my first day of college. She had one in elementary school, Miller Junior High. I don't know why I needed to tell you the name of the school. Junior high, high school, and college all at the same time. So it was a big spread. So I was used to brothers, but man, they smell. And I'm not talking about the farting. That goes without saying. They just all through junior high decided it was cool to not wear socks with their sneakers. I know. I just want to apologize for the climate change. I'm pretty sure that was a large part of it right there, but they're not mean people. They're nice. They do a lot of nice things for me, but there's no talking about your feelings at all. Like, one of them got really pissed off at me because I sent him a text and then I liked his text like an idiot. It was too much. That pissed him off. You have to treat them like they're wild animals, okay? Don't make eye contact with them. Don't make big gestures. Don't use consonants. Just grunt and like, hey, hi, thanks. That's how we work with the brothers. So when I had two daughters, just completely different energy. Like, even when they were young, Judy was taking a bath. She was like 3 or 4. She's whatever age you need her to be to know she's taking a bath and you're okay with it, all right? She's got arm floaties on. She's fine. She's taking a bath. And I said, hey, Rachel, could you please go tell Judy it's time for dinner? She goes, okay, Mama. Get out. Mom said, get out. I told her, Mama. Oh my God, that's terrifying. I don't know why being thrown up into a ceiling fan doesn't feel like that big of a deal, but that verbal Shit, freaks me out. Here's what's freaking me out right now. I feel like my mouth is making those mouth noises. It's driving me crazy. All right. Does it sound okay? Okay, good. They're getting along better now. They're in their 20s, and we went to go visit Rachel, Judy, and I, and they had a playlist of the songs when they were little kids. And 9 Inch Nails, I Wanna Fuck You Like an Animal came on. And Rachel goes, "Oh, that reminds me of being a little girl." We liked 9 Inch Nails. Sugar Nuts and I saw them in concert 5 times. So, and I bet you're wondering, she's got 2 girls in her 20s. How old is she? How can I tell you how old I am without telling you how old I am? 4th grade, we had pioneer days, dressed up like pioneers, learn how to square dance. Remember? And then the teacher's husband came in, melted down some lead, and we each got our own bullet to take home. That's a choking hazard for Steve, if nothing else, but they didn't give a fuck. And then I went to college and became a comic. My dad's so proud of that. All 4 years I went to college, the professor would post our exam scores on the door by our full social security number. To protect our identity. That way nobody knew who got what score. It's just a bunch of numbers, so that's how that went down. Sugar Nuts and I are the same age. He's just not a lot older than me. And we get along well. Like when it came time to tell the kids when they were little, we sat them down and we said, "Girls, a family's like a puzzle, and mommy and daddy's puzzle pieces don't fit together anymore. But they're always gonna fit with yours. We're gonna tell your teachers, and you can tell your friends whenever you feel comfortable sharing." So my baby girl felt comfortable when the elementary school was being let out and the parking lot was full of parents, teachers, kids, a couple buses. She saw her best friend 2 buses down, so she goes, "Hey, Maddie, my parents are getting a divorce. Their puzzle pieces don't fit together anymore." So I cleared it up. I said, "Hey, Maddie, it's not because mommy isn't a nice piece of puzzle. Because mommy works really hard on her puzzle piece. Just because daddy can't appreciate a nice piece." Hey, hi, Mr. Principal, how are you doing? Okay. I don't want to use my inside voice. So is the PTA going to hear me? Okay, fine. So, that's how everybody found out. And I like to volunteer too. I did the sweetheart dance. I volunteered for that. And all the dads and the daughters were dancing in the gymnasium, and I was just kind of relaxing in the front lobby. The janitor comes up to me, and he's wearing like fishing overalls, and he's just dragging this big hose. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, do you want to see me clean the boys' bathroom?" Fuck yeah, I want to see clean the boys' bathroom. What's going on? So we go in there, and he just starts at the ceiling. Whole thing. Having 3 younger brothers, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. That's about how good their aim is. And I was telling that joke to my daughter, and she goes, "That's Billy the janitor. You had a reputation." Thank you. She said they'd have to go in that boy's bathroom for the tornado drills and sit on the floor. I know. Thank God we didn't have any tornadoes. I guess it doesn't matter, they had the drills, but Billy was on it. I'm sure those bathrooms were clean, kinda. Guys, let's just move on past that part. They get to be a little older, middle school. That's a shit show too, right? Gosh, we had this sex talk, and I learned so much. It's really different out there now, but they're doing a good job in the schools. They had someone come in and give them the lowdown on the birds and the bees. He came in and he goes, okay, here's the deal. Guys are like microwaves. They're going to heat up in about 30 seconds. Girls are like crock pots. It's going to take them all day to get hot. And if you accidentally unplug it, you're going to have to start all over again. That is useful information right there. Sugar Nuts and I could have used that talk. I did a show on a cruise ship, and a woman came up to me afterwards, and she goes, hey, I'm an Instant Pot. Wow, you go, girl. That is nice. But they leave the house, and I don't know if any of the rest of you moms did it, but I kind of freaked out. And there's so much freedom. You can do whatever the hell you want. You don't have to live in any school district. So I just quit my corporate day job and started driving for Lyft and Uber. So drink up, everybody. I'm driving you all home tonight. No, I don't do it anymore, but I did give over 1,000 late night rides, which sounds dirty, but it's not. I just gave a lot of rides to people. You meet some characters, though. It's wild. And one woman, I picked her up. She goes, oh my gosh, the person I came with is so drunk, and I can't find the keys to my car. So let's go to my car and hope they're there. So when we got there, I'm like, how about I wait just to make sure you're okay? She goes, thank you. I saw her get in the car. She came back. I'm like, did you find him? She goes, yes. Thank you so much. Can I please ask just one more favor? And I'm like, of course. She said, could you please breathe in the breathalyzer for me? Oh. No, sweetie, no. I'm not going to blow anything if there's nothing in it for me. How about that? How about that? Please give me 5 stars. No. Do we have any single people out there? A couple of us in the back? Yes? You've heard the term cougar for an older woman, right? Do you know there's a you're pointing her out. She's a cougar. You don't look like a cougar. There's a way you get to it. You take a woman's age, divide it by 2, add 7. If she dates anyone younger than that, then she's considered a cougar. So I can't date anyone younger than 35 now. And if I want a sugar daddy, he's 106. And he's out there. That's why I'm hanging out on the cruise ships, at the buffet, by the pudding, just waiting for that love connection. We'll lock eyes and I'll go, hey, how are you doing? I said, hey! How are you doing? Okay, call me. Just write a letter. It's okay. You'd think being a stand-up comic as a female would be a good thing, but on Match.com or any of those, it freaks them out. So I used AI. I bet you guys don't like AI. It wrote half my set tonight, you guys. So I asked AI, I said, how can I say I'm a stand-up comic without saying I'm a stand-up comic? And it said, say you're in the entertainment business. Hey, you guys, hey, it's working, okay? I did 3 lap dances at Starbucks last week. Yeah. It's going good. Gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Use AI or, yeah. Oh yeah, go to Starbucks, that's right. Hey, some women will do a lot for a caramel macchiato. I will loosen up and we'll do this, guys. We'll do this. But you have to be careful out there, single women. Like, we have to meet in a public place. Keep our drink with us. Don't leave it unattended. I get easily sidetracked. I'll be like, 2 puppies? Oh my God. No bad man would have 2 puppies. Yes, I'll get in the van. This is gonna be fun. Oh, that's not a puppy, that's a sock puppet. And I can see both of your hands. So, that took a little while. But the women over there knew what I was talking about. It's hard. SugarNet said, the reason for our split was that I have ADD. That's not why we got a divorce, but he is so right about the ADD, and here's why, 2 reasons. Number 1, I was diagnosed, so that was a big part of it. And number 2, when I'm shaving my legs, I forget to shave both of them. Is anybody else? A couple people in the back? Yes, it's easy to do, right? You get sidetracked. I'll be shaving this leg and I'll go, hold on. If I put conditioner in my hair right now, it'll be so soft and silky, and then, loaf on my back, and I forget to go back to the other leg, and that spells crazy. You can't explain that away. Not even in the back of the van, okay? They are freaking out. I'm like, feel this leg, it's nice and smooth. Nope, don't touch this one. You're gonna cut yourself. I started an OnlyFans page, one hairy leg. It's a niche market. There's only 3 of us out there. Another woman and a guy named Jesus. But we're doing good. We're getting a lot of money. I can hear those sounds. Distracted me after the ADD joke. Okay, so you gotta stay in shape too, right? For dating and just, getting older. And I looked in the mirror before the show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining some weight. But then I realized I just put my thong underwear on backwards. It's pretty easy to do. If you notice, there's always 1 or 2 people laughing a little bit harder than everybody else. It's because they've done it too. But I'm trying to stay in shape. I'm doing pickleball now. Where are my pickleball people? What do you guys do? You don't have any kids. You don't play pickleball. That's all right. Connie, Ruth and I, we play every Thursday. We get another Connie, and Ruth is out. Because I'm a pickler who likes to dink. That sounds dirty, but it's not. That is pickleball terms. And the other things you have to do to stay in shape, let me say this first. My boobs just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And in junior high, I prayed for big boobs. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have said perky. I wish I would have said perky. I wish I would have said, can you give me Jennifer Aniston from season 3 of Friends? Just something nice and NHO type thing. But, is that right? I just thought of that at that time. I said big. And if you can put a quarter, there's a way you can find out if you're full-figured. You can put a quarter underneath your bare boob and it doesn't fall to the floor. The quarter, not your boob. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not doing a visual on that one. Ask your neighbor if you don't understand. You put a quarter underneath your bare boob and it doesn't fall to the floor. The quarter, so I was at the laundromat. Bra was in the rent cycle, had some free time and a whole bunch of quarters. So I want you guys to go home and see if you can beat this. $2.25. Thank you. Thank you. The left side's bigger than the right, in case you're wondering why it's an odd number of quarters. It's very common. Wanted to have that happen. I have to get mammograms now too, which just kind of freaked me out. I know we have to do it, it's preventative, but I always get nervous, and the technician was so nice. I also get hungry for crepes, because they just... Right there, there's my nipple, right there. It is a lot. I can read the fine print on the machine through my boob. I just get so scared. And she's like, are you gonna be okay? And the only thing that stopped me from fainting is knowing that I would be hanging there by one boob until she hit the release button. Falls out, hits me in the face. It's scary. They did find something. Found a little lump. Turns out it was just 75 cents. Thank you. I'm okay. My parents have been married, oh wait, I forgot one more thing that I was going to talk about. I'm like, that's not going to work with mom and dad. Dating and just taking care of the boobs and everything else. What are we doing with this area down here now? What's in? Last time I checked was Brazilian bikini wax. Nope, it's not in anymore. But I tried it myself. I'm a girl on a budget, you guys. I took a Pilates class, tried it myself, and that hurt so bad that I could only finish halfway. So now it looks like I have a receding hairline. I'm so sorry, you guys are right at that level. It's awkward for all of us, but we'll get through it. They're so bad. Looks like I have a receding hairline. I don't know whether to get Nair or Rogaine. What do? I'm just doing a comb over, and it's good. It's fine. But if I get in a car accident, clean underwear is going to be the least of my embarrassment. Demo. Okay, let's talk about mom and dad now. We don't have to have segues and everything. They've been married 60 years. We got married when mom was 19. Yeah, and dad was 22. Yeah. And they're super supportive. My mom and dad are super supportive. Like during the pandemic, they would let me practice on Zoom calls. There weren't any places to go practice, so I would practice my set in front of my mom and dad on Zoom. And if you think getting heckled in a bar is bad, try your mom over Zoom. She's like, sweetie, quit talking about your pussy, okay? Don't do it. Honey, stop. Jen, tell her to stop. No, they are, so they were in love, which sounds nice in theory, but when you're a teenager and your parents still sleep in the nude, it's not nice. And you have to go check in, you know? You don't want to catch them in the middle of making another Steve. It's awkward. It's nice in theory, but it's awkward. And I did that joke in front of my mom, and she goes, I thought we were being really quiet. And I go, you were being really quiet. You were just naked. That's all. That's all the problem was for me. And is it a problem? Kind of. But, yeah. And I'm trying to help them pare down their stuff after 60 years, you know? And I was going, hey, Mom, how about I get rid of these posters? I'm going to Goodwill. I'll take care of those. And she goes, sweetie, those are oatmeal cookies from 1972. and your father's going to eat them. So just leave those right there. Don't just touch them. My dad got diagnosed with Parkinson's and a little bit of dementia, and they installed a pole on my dad's side of the bed so he can pull himself out of bed. Mom gets a bunch of ones and just makes it rain, which is so weird. So weird for the rest of us, but whatever keeps it fun for them. And I take him to some of his activities. He has a Parkinson's boxing class, and I can take it with him. And at the end of the class, someone came up to my dad and said, "Jim, thanks for bringing the eye candy to the class today. You guys, I'm the new young hot chick at the Parkinson's boxing class. And because they have dementia, I'm the new young hot chick." Every time. I'm getting a lot of phone numbers. It's the same one, you guys. Just. I know some of you are thinking, don't boxers get Parkinson's? They do, but then they can take the Parkinson's boxing class. So it works out nice. Actually, my father did recently pass away, and we were all there for him. And I have to say, what got me through that was my faith and the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I loved watching that shit show. Anybody else? Because when you think about it, we're all going to die someday, but we're not going to get sued for millions of dollars and have someone leave a doobie in our bed. So let's look at the bright side of life. And I would always tell my dad before he passed, whatever you need to do, it's okay, we're going to take care of Mom. And he wasn't even gone a week, and Mom's texting us through the night for the logistics for the celebration of life, because she wants to find the perfect place to have it. And I kind of wish I would have said to Dad, we're going to take care of Mom between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Mom, your call is very important to us. One of my brothers is going to get to you as soon as possible. Para español, persona dos, mama. Muy importante para mañana, mama. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, one more time, Stephanie.